So here we are going to do most important 10 question answer from the chapter that is understanding the weather. So it is a quick revision for the upcoming periodic test, that is 26-27. So let us do. First question is, how high does the troposphere extend and where is its thinnest and thickest? The troposphere is the lowest layer of the atmosphere. It extends from the Earth's surface to a height of 6 to 18 km. It is thinnest at the pole and thickest in the tropical region. Next question is, what are the elements of weather and how do they help us describe the weather? So we describe the weather by observing the elements of weather such as temperature, humidity, rainfall, wind, and cloud cover. These elements help us know whether the weather is hot, cold, rainy, windy, or cloudy. Which method of weather prediction is more precise and how do meteorological and traditional methods differ? Meteorological methods use scientific instrument, satellite, and data analysis, so they are more accurate and reliable. In contrast, traditional methods are based on experience, observation of natural clue, or belief are less precise, right? Next, compare traditional and digital thermometer. So traditional thermometer use a color liquid that expand with heat, while digital thermometer use electronic sensor. Digital thermometers are more accurate, easier to read, and can store more information. Why people sometimes feel breathless, dizzy, or tired at high altitude? Because the air contains less oxygen due to lower air pressure. As a result, the body gets less oxygen, making it harder to produce the energy needed for normal activities. How is humidity measured? What is meant by relative humidity? Humidity is measured using an instrument called a hygrometer. It measures the amount of water vapor present in the air. Humidity is usually expressed as relative humidity in percentage, which shows how much moisture is in the air compared with the maximum amount of the air can hold at that temperature. In practice, dry weather has a relative humidity of 20% to 40%, while humid weather usually has a relative humidity of 60 to 80%. Explain how different elements of weather become dominant at different times or in different situations. Give example. So different element of weather become dominant depending on the time or situation. Rainfall is the dominant element during the monsoon season, that is June to September. Temperature is dominant in May. Atmospheric pressure becomes important when a cyclone is moving. Wind is the dominant element when a low, a strong, hot, dusty wind in North India during summer is blowing or when forest fires are spreading. These examples show that different weather elements are important under different conditions. What would happen if automated weather stations were not used? If automated weather stations were not used, weather data would be collected more slowly and less accurately. This would make weather forecasting less reliable and delay warnings about cyclone, heavy rain, or storms. As a result, people, farmers, and disaster management team would find it more difficult to prepare for bad weather. Question number 9 is, why is wind data important for pilot, sailor, and farmers? Because wind direction and speed affect the safe movement of aircraft and speed affect the safe movement of aircraft. So I have written this two line here. Safe movement of aircraft and ship helping them plan better route. So because wind direction and speed affect the safe movement of aircraft and ship helping them to plan the better route. Farmer also use wind direction to predict where rain may come from, which help in farming activities. In addition, strong wind can dry the soil faster, affecting crop growth and soil moisture, right? So I have just deducted the line here. I have written in 2 times. So next one is name the following element of weather and their instrument used to measure them. So temperature, measure using a thermometer. Humidity, measure using a hygrometer. Wind speed, measured using an anemometer. Wind direction, measured using a wind vane. Rainfall, measured using a rain gauge. And atmospheric pressure, measured using a barometer. Okay, so basically these are the name of the instrument. So these are the 10 important question answer, that is understanding the weather. It is a quick revision for the chapter also. So this much for this video. Thank you so much for watching until the end.